Okay, so approximately 7 minutes late, but that's okay. The goal is to get better and better at meeting these stream times. Alright, so I have no idea how loud this game is going to be on certain streaming platforms because I have not played this game before. I'm surprised it's even allowed on TikTok. Compasta. Hey, hi Toxic. In my mind, I was about to ask if you're still sick, but you very likely still are. Streamer live already? Yes. What even is this game? English. This game contains flashing images and touches on heavy topics. Take care. How nice. This game is about just being a girl. Hi, ytouchamySPAGETT. Yeah, how's everyone doing today? I do not remember seeing an animation at the start of this game. Doing pretty good? Okay. You just read the majority of a webtoon. I'm just a girl. Yep. What's so high toxic? Never read a webtoon until now. I've never read a webtoon before, not even one. Spaghetti. Ooh, I'm not able to read what that says. I'm not sure I should. I've read a few. I like the horror ones. Okay. Alright, let's see how loud this game is. Okay, TikTok is peaking. As to be expected. TikTok be doing TikTok things. Okay, game is also very loud for me. Oh, also the title of the game changes. It was a romance comic. There's not anything embarrassing about reading a romance comic, Ocean. If somebody's gonna make fun of you for reading a romance novel and then they got problems with themselves, it depends like the minutia of like what the romance comic is about, I would maybe say. But even then, it's understandable. I'm walking to my room, trying not to look around. What do you mean? So, reading romance in and of itself is not a problem, but if you're reading stuff that's like about an abusive relationship... Oh, you're talking about something else. Then that's a bit different. Title changes? Yes. The initial title was like PMYK or something like that. Now it's a BOOBOM. Streamer read out loud. Are you talking about your messages, Wyatt? What do you mean? Title changes. I saw that and I started reading that and I was talking about something else. Playful shadows dance around me here and there. They dash all around the wall, all over the walls, the ceiling. I like the romance ones too, especially the LGBTQ ones. They make me feel the same. Okay, well. Fair enough. I'm not really one to look for a specific genre or type. One of those shadows whizzes past me. Read out loud the game. I love when people try to elaborate something with you, and the way that they think that's best to doing that. Your stream delay sucks. What do you want me to do? We were gone for 20 minutes, right? Yep, probably 20 minutes. I just have to get used to it. I'm not able to immediately interact unless it's like TikTok, I suppose. One of those shadows whizzes past me, touching my face ever so slightly. I smile and continue walking, paying it no mind. Also, I gotta turn off the lights. This is technically a pseudo-horror game, or it might be a full-on horror game. Who knows? Well, gotta go for another 20. Okay, bye-bye, dashing. Alright, I'll type, because apparently the stream delay is real bad. Bye-bye. I accidentally did not... Hold on, I'm gonna go to the main menu real quick. I missed dialogue. I'm actually going to be so stubborn, I'm just gonna close the game and reopen it. Just so I can reread that dialogue. I'm not missing dialogue. I'm not doing the thing where I just ignore the dialogue I missed. That feels wrong. Gotta do the clicky clicky. Okay, let's see if it recaptures it. It should. New game. Temptation. All right. Okay, I already read that, Sometimes it's so easy to lose self-control and track of time, spinning in a joyful dance. But I'm in a bit of a hurry here. Mom told me to go to bed. I walk past the kitchen on the way to my room. The door is shut, but I can still feel the chilling air coming from the other side. My first thought is that there's a living corpse blowing into the keyhole, laughing mockingly. That's so silly. I'm absolutely sure we have no corpses in our kitchen. I know for sure that we've never had any corpses in our kitchen. I'm absolutely sure that. I break into a run and dash toward the closed door. The shadows intensify their chaotic dance. Are they trying to stop me or calm me down? I don't know. It doesn't matter right now. Don't you get it? I wave my hands around as I run, trying to chase away my annoying pursuers, but then I suddenly realize that I won't be able to stop in time. I've got no other choice but to break the door. Now. If there's somebody inside, I'll surely scare them to death. But wait, how can I scare to death someone who's already dead? What if it actually revives them? No, I don't want that. What do I do? Interesting start. I couldn't fully complete my thought when my shoulder hit the door and flew open. That face when no milk. As I expected, there was no living corpse inside, but there was a bag of milk I bought today. Sitting right in the middle of the table, watching me with its unblinking eyes, I stare back. Nothing happens. Although, what exactly did I expect? Gratitude? Have I done something that warranted it? A bag of milk probably doesn't care whether it's on the shelf in a store or on the table in my mom's kitchen. On the other hand, nobody would drink milk inside the store, which means I took it from the safest place in the world and into the scary unknown. I'm so sorry, you poor thing. I turn away in shame and leave the room in a hurry. I only bring others trouble. I walk toward my room through a narrow corridor. Mother? I mean, a familiar, formless creature at the door. It locks me in its clutches and starts sniffing every inch of my body like a hungry dog.
I don't need it.
Hello, water drinker. Yep, that's me.
I don't need it. I need.
Hello. Hey, Sidro. Let's see, what's a good bad wisdom I can give? When going to buy groceries, make sure to always turn notifications off, please. Okay, I can censor the alerts for a bit when I'm not in pure gameplay. It's kind of funny the mother is covered by just the cat. There you go. They're censored for a little bit. Bad wisdom. Yeah, or pretty much just said it. Make sure to go buy milk at the milk store. It's a real thing. Go to the milk store. It's very important. The very important milk store. We can buy bags of milk at the milk store. I'm not struggling. I know it's useless. I just stay silent and endure its tight grip that stops me from moving. Hello, ma'am. That's how you're trying to say it, Poop. After sniffing me from head to toe, the creature holds out its ugly paws, barring a single claw, thin and sharp like a blade. She is here. Again. Oh yeah, that's when my dad said he was going about 15 years ago. The milk store. I stare questioningly into the monster's bottomless eye sockets. I feel like someone hit me over the head with a cast iron pan. Well, at least I know a good choice of cooking instrument. Don't move. The creature squeezes my hands until my veins start bulging, and I just keep staring into the black cavities where its eyes should be, ignoring all pain. I've promised so many times. Stay put. The moment it says that, its claw pierces my arm. I don't feel anything other than barely discernible crawling under my skin, and then of tightening sprung sinews? Or is it sinews? I don't know. But then, the claw injects its venom into me. It hurts. A white veil appears in front of my eyes. My fingers cramp and start twitching frantically. I lose control over my body and slowly slide to the floor, just like last time, but I'm sick. Sinews? Hi, sick. I hope you feel better. There's so many people that are sick, unfortunately, nowadays. Or just in this general time. I mean, it is December. Why do I feel so hot? I feel my blood boiling up. Strong shivers run through my body, paralyzing every single cell, while my veins and arteries heat up, almost bursting from that pressure. Sinews? Hi, father. What do you mean by father? I keep getting like 3 different pronunciations. This is why I love streaming, because sometimes I'll ask a basic question and I'll get 17 different answers. Alright, I forgot. I changed my name. I'm Speedster. Oh. Welcome back, Speedster. I try screaming, but instead of producing words, I vomit thick, milky foam. The creature notices it and throws itself at me in anger, grabbing me by my throat while keeping the poisonous claw inside my arm. Kill me! Kill me! Hysterical screams resound through the corridor, and in a fit of madness, the creature starts scratching my neck. Was he trying to pronounce sinew? No, the problem... I was trying to pronounce it. I swear the first thing I said was sinew, or sinews. And then I got 3 different pronunciations from chat, which is amusing. Bright splashes fly everywhere, hitting the walls with a loud sound. I try to imprint where every drop fell in my memory so I could gather them all later. I need to remember, A new wave of pain washes over me. Everything turns pitch black in an instant. Say it. I'll never drink milk ever again. Say it. I'll never drink milk ever again. Say it again. This is what meat eaters think vegetarians are like, just forcing you to never drink milk. I'll never drink milk ever again. I'll never drink milk ever again. know the milk was poisonous. Must have been drinking 1% instead of 2%. It makes sense. I finally get to my room. I'm so tired of all this fuss. Thankfully, I still feel comfy and warm in my room. Even the weird sounds coming from the outside don't make me anxious at all. Mom told me to go to bed, so I need to perform all the needed preparations. I've washed my face, and now I'm standing in front of the mirror with a toothbrush in my mouth. I look at my reflection. It shows absolutely no desire to sleep. Yeah, I get how you feel. So wait, am I do not remember what her name is. Am I her, or am I like a separate voice in her head? That's odd. And there was a time when the last minutes before I sleep were my favorite time of the day. I loved anticipating the inevitable moment when the reality and the dream world would clash. You are not her. You're like her consciousness. Yeah, that's what it sounded like. I woke up for that moment's sake, lived through the day for it. My biggest dream was to sleep all day long. It would have been so cool, but the dreams always slowly but surely slipped away. As if somebody fished them out of my head, one after another, until nothing was left. And now I have to sleep again, even though I don't feel any need for it. I gotta go, see you later, but if I'm not, have a fun stream. Okay, bye-bye, Toxic. I wish you well. Pooposa says bye. After finishing with my face, I usually reach out for my pills. It's funny, but I have no idea how they work separately, since I always swallow them as a bunch without thinking. That's healthy. Now, I want to have a better look at it, to twirl it between my fingers, to chew on it. I'll do anything to stall for just a little bit more time. A smooth, protruded red capsule is looking at me. It's covered in a murky, semi-transparent film, but I can still discern its contents. So what do we have inside you? I gently press on the capsule from both sides, and to my surprise, it turns out to be soft and squishy. I press harder and the capsule pops. Sticky, bright red liquid pours out. Filthy, filthy. The pill flies straight to the waste bin, and I start rigorously washing my hands. No, there's no way I'm drinking that. Oh, and Toxic's back, apparently. Next was a flat pill of the same blood red color. There were some letters printed out on it. Oh, I get it. This is the medicine that makes me really sleepy, but it's not that type of sleep I want. That's not it at all. It's fake. No, no, no. I don't even want to look at it. The pill flies into the waste bin as well. Next half an hour goes by in a similar fashion. I study every pill from all sides, and then I find a reason not to swallow it. Boop, AJ, and Toxic are the same person, by the way. That's quite impressive that you do that, then. I invent my own medicine instead and enjoy swallowing them one after another, letting myself drown in their healing effects. I'm not sure if it's a good thing that this person is not taking their medication, or if it's a really bad thing. I'm gonna presume that it's bad. Hey, my neck doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my hand doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my head doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my heart doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my stomach doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my eyes don't hurt anymore. How come I didn't think of this earlier? This is so simple. I need to brag about it to someone right away. But not to my mom. She'll just scold me. And she's sure I'm already sleeping anyway. I don't want to disturb her with that reason. I'll think of something to myself. Oh, okay. Besides, I just really want some small talk. I wonder, who's going to be my conversation partner? Is it going to be me? Am I the conversation partner? Me, myself, and I? Hey. Hey, long time no see. You know, we're only supposed to meet once per day, right? Why does your voice sound so grim? Naturally, I've read the manual. Judging by the pictures, the overdose side effects are the usual headaches, dizziness, exhaustion. Basically, nothing I can't handle by myself. After all, now I know how to do it. He didn't reply. Aren't you even a little bit happy? Not even the slightest bit? I'm pretty exhausted after today. Well, I guess you are too. That's not true. You need to go to bed. No, you've been in control for way too long already. It's my turn now, alright? I'll just stay silent until the medicine's effects wear off. How about that? Hey, you can't do that. You need to do your best to make me feel better. That's exactly what I'm doing. POV streamer? What a bully. Actually, why am I even worried about this? In reality, I don't need you at all. I'm so energetic and I feel great, which means I can do anything. And you can only watch and agonize over your uselessness. What a nice character. I can imagine how angry you are right now. What made you so happy all of a sudden? And why would I be sad? Sure, remember yourself a couple of hours ago. I don't know what you mean. Ooh, which option do I choose? Stop lying. Nuh-uh, I still don't understand. Why am I just forced to say these options? She's right. I'm so useless, that's not true. You're providing me entertainment. And whimsical observations. I did not know I used the word whimsical. Whatever. Unlike you, I won't forget that pathetic, snotty girl for a long time. She just whines and whines all the time. Don't even try ruining my mood. I want to have fun while we're together, alright? So you're the one calling the shots now? Yeah. Do not worry, I'm just your voice inside your head. Well, let's see how long you can last. We'll see, yeah. Am I really that pathetic? Can I choose other options? Say something. I can feel tears streaming down my cheeks, hanging from my chin, and then falling on my clothes, burning holes in them. That was fast, but not unexpected. Hey, at least I tried. Go wash your face, then we'll decide what to do with you. I'm in front of a mirror again. I keep staring at my reflection, trying not to get distracted by the sneery look the walls are giving me, trying not to drown in their giggling. But then me in the mirror also shows me a creepy smile, bares her teeth at me. I shut my eyes, but that doesn't help. It wouldn't have helped even if I sunk through the floor. I start counting in my mind. 2 squared, 2 by 2 squared, a square squared, a square pyramid squared, a pyramidal structure cubed, a pyramidal structure hypercubed. I feel better. But my head is splitting apart now. Sorry for being rude. It's not your fault. It's never your fault. Fine, you can keep on blaming yourself, but don't overdo it. I like how I apologize for being rude and I'm like immediately blaming them again. I don't know why, but I thought I'd be able to take control. I was almost ready to. I was sure I'd be able to change something. After all, I was able to buy milk, you know? Yeah, you ought to know how challenging it was. Is that why you threw away the medicine? What a stupid decision, right? Whatever it was your decision. Does it even matter? Yes. Somehow, I find it hard to believe. Then why did you do that? I felt like I'd be able to fight it on my own. It's true, the pain subsided for a bit at that time, but now I feel it triple in force. It hurts so bad. Just drink your medicine already or I'll stop talking to you. You know what to do. I'm not sure I like either of these options. Dejected, I reach out for the shelf with my medicine. I swallow the pills one after another, chasing away the unpleasant visions that keep floating up in my memory. Wow, you're so mean, streamer. True. And yet, my mind still draws a terrifying picture. Lumps of coagulated blood and transparent coating traveling down my esophagus, scratching its soft walls, leaving behind furrows. I shake my head violently. I don't care if it makes me feel dizzy or worsens my pain. I just don't want to think about something so repulsive. You still haven't changed. What do you mean? You're afraid of being alone. This worries you much more than pain. Yeah, I guess. I toss the last pill into the air and catch it with my mouth. Good thing I have a water bottle with me today. It's gonna be a lot of reading. So I find it interesting that she has the like markings for 0 on her shirt. I lie on the floor. I look at the ceiling. I can clearly hear water running in the metal pipes up there. I hear the cracking of concrete blocks that will someday surely fall on my head. But I'm not afraid of that at all. I can't imagine my death coming from above. Rather, it's rearing its claws from somewhere below, waiting for me to lose focus. Do you want to talk about it? Oh, thank you for the drink water. No, I've had enough of talking. How polite. What do you want then? I just want to lie down for a bit. Kind of looks like a face in the background. Just let her have her piece. I'm not going to start talking about the ceiling collapsing just to mess with her. I carefully extract thoughts that are yet to be fully formed from my head and lay them out on the ceiling in orderly rows. Now it's my corkboard. In hopes of seeing the whole picture, I switch them from one place to another, pile them on top of each other, scatter them around. In the end, I throw them off with my hand, annoyed, and start over. I can't do it. You can always imagine your thoughts as something small and swarming, like cockroaches. Ew, I hate cockroaches. Can I make them fireflies? I don't mind either way. I don't even have time to blink before my thoughts, they're fireflies now, start whirling all over the ceiling of their own accord, forming whimsical patterns. That is the whimsical. I predicted the whimsy, the joy. I can only observe them and wait for the right moment. It's just that moment doesn't come. The mocking sounds of flapping wings coming from the ceiling make me start losing my patience. Enough. I hate you. I spring to my feet and scream at the top of my lungs. The fireflies scatter. Good job. Now start over. No way. Unstable behavior makes you look bad. I don't give a damn. So that doesn't bother you? Yeah, there's always like constant faces in the background. Should I? Or should it? Should you care about your behavior? I would say... The problem is that most of the choices in this game, I'm not even sure if they are choices. Yes, I would think that you should worry about your behavior. I'll say yes for now. And what do you want me to do then? I don't know. It's up to you. You're at it again. What do you mean? Never mind. And I've changed my mind anyway. Please don't stay silent for this long anymore. I'm having a hard time without your help. Fine. I raised my eyes to look at the ceiling once more. Sadly, all my fireflies seem to be hiding somewhere. I need to find them. Forget about them. No, go get them. Let her make her own decisions instead of just being like, find the firefly streamer. That's what I'm trying to do. Let's see it. I'm trying to see if there's anything about stream delay. I genuinely... There's no way that I can fix it. I'll check Twitch after the stream to see if maybe they changed the setting and that's why it's weird. Just take a quick moment to interject and go over to Twitch and go over to my channel. There we go. Maybe it's worse on Twitch because it feels normal here, perhaps. I glance around the room. There are too many places for a creature as small as a firefly to hide here. They can be anywhere. Suddenly, I hear a deafening rumble. The clock just hit midnight. It's so late already, but I can't go to bed right now. Will you help me? Please tell me you'll help me. Come on, stop bullying me. You promised to talk to me. What were you thinking while lying on the floor? What do you mean? You should know it better than anyone else. That's the thing. I have no idea. This is weird. Will you tell me? That's not a good thought. I roll my sleeves and start rubbing my eyes intensely. They're so itchy. Why are you crying? I have to start reading it in the tone that she's doing it. My eyes are a bit are itchy. Did you drink milk? I think there's a secret cutscene to turn again, but I forgot how to get them. Did he bring milk? I wonder if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another, will my eyes stop aging? I wonder if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another. All my eyelashes one after another. If I tear out all my eyelashes one after another. What have you done? Probably not. And I need to gather the glass, and then I need to have a bath, and then here, drink some milk. What was this conversation of did you drink the milk, and then having her tweak? Okay, I just got a Steam achievement. What was it called? First death. I died and felt something. I died? I stand in the middle of my room, my mouth agape, gasping for air. I think I just experienced death. I don't know any other way to explain what happened. Well, that was surely something. Will you tell me or not? About what? Let's look for the fireflies instead. You're acting weird. Help me instead of running your mouth. I've already had enough adventures before bed. I need to gather my thoughts quickly and go to bed. And my thoughts are hiding from me. To be honest, I have no idea where to look for them. Me neither. I guess we'll have to tear the whole place apart. No. If I make even the smallest of messes here, I'll feel really bad. It already is a mess. All the things should stay in their places, and that's it. Why? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I don't, and I won't. Alrighty then. So we need to find a bunch of tiny insects inside a mountain of junk without moving anything even an inch? Yeah. My oh my. I have an idea. Last time, becoming a visual novel character helped me achieve my goal. Now I want to become a point-and-click adventure game character. You know, those games have moments when you just look at a different object, something inevitably happens. It sounds so fun. Meta. And what about the things you use regularly? Do you refuse to touch them as well? It would make it even more interesting. This is so childish. I want to know what's the best part? You'll be the one doing it. Oh no. Oh yes. I start panicking as soon as I get in a multiple choice situation. I'll just keep changing my mind. Ended up crying and running away. Do you want that to happen? You're such a handful. Do what you want. I go to the middle of the room and look around. Where would I hide if I were a tiny firefly? Ah, this is so thrilling. My heart gets warmer from the pleasant anticipation. Hey. What? Look down. I look down after a moment. A small ball of light and warmth crawls out from under my sweater. Wowie. Wowie! Found one of them. I carefully grab the firefly. It's pleasantly scorching to the touch. I put it on my shoulder. I'm sorry, little guy. Time to come home now. As if it was an order, the firefly slowly drifts up, circles around my head for a bit, and then flies into my ear with the speed of a bullet. It tickles. One down. Let's look for the others. Yeah. Hello. Hi, Starberry. Freedom! I tilt my head backward and almost fall over. The closet is hanging over under the ceiling, at least 300 feet off the floor. Are you joking? Even though it's my room, not everything here is for me to use. Whatever. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care at all. Like, totally. And I'm definitely not worried. Not even a littlest bit. Not even a smidgen of this littlest bit. Not even for a thousandth of a percent. That's how much I don't care. Hey, I'm not even done telling you how much I don't care. From this moment on, I'm ignoring you. Oh, no, you don't. Then act normal. I turn my eyes toward an inconspicuous shelf near the mirror. There's a glass with a toothbrush sitting on it, and a small towel is hanging nearby. What a wonderful sight. My fireflies are smart and good. They would never get in there. They know about personal hygiene. Okay, let's look somewhere else. Your usual notebook pages glued to the wall with duct tape. Numbers are drawn on them. It's the only kind of information I can take in without trouble. Dosage and side effects? Yeah. I thought you know them by heart. Yeah. This is not your handwriting, isn't it? Of course it's not. Shaky, broken lines, ugly numbers, and it's not writing. It's more like claw marks. Don't forget to thank your mom. I don't need your advice. My scream makes the pages rustle restlessly. After a moment, a firefly appears from underneath one of them. After looking around in a businesslike manner, it takes off into a businesslike flight and ends up entering my businesslike ear. Hey. Let's continue searching. I mean, where else could it be? I look at the alarm clock. Time continues its unstoppable flow. It's so late. Are you tired? You bet I am. I let out a therapeutic yawn and hold out my arms to the sides. 1, 2. Then I raise them above my head. 3, 4. Maybe a little workout will help me freshen up. Good idea. Do you remember the exercises you've been taught? I think so. I take a hesitant stance. What was it? Heels together, toes apart? Whatever. I'll go with that. Count down 5 minutes. Fine. You have a clock right in front of you, though. I can't look at his hands for too long. At first, I feel like they start moving in the wrong direction, and then they disappear altogether. And then things always get messy. Last time I saw a pair of eyes in the clock face. And also, I used to hear voices back in the day. They pleaded for help, I think. What a mess. Truly a mess. It was a mess, right? A mess. Well. Are you counting down? My god, finally. What do you mean? I was trying to get through to you for half an hour. Huh? Forget it. Did you see the firefly? No. Let's continue searching then. So is there points of time in which her consciousness and her, like, self gets separated? That's odd. I look at my laptop. I haven't touched it for years, so it's covered with a layer of dust as thick as my finger. A bizarre item. I fear it. Why? Because the internet. It's a long and boring story. Wonderful. Tell me about it. I insist. I don't remember how it appeared in my room. One of my parents probably brought it here because they couldn't find a better place for it. They didn't prohibit me from using it. On the other hand, they encouraged me to do so. Sure, I spent my whole days in front of the screen. Games, drawing, engineering calculator, 3D modeling. So much fun stuff to do. You had amusing hobbies. Yeah, I did, before entering the web. Imagine this. You're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living. Did you imagine? As always, your analogies are spot on. Okay, I imagine. Alright, so you're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living, okay? Okay. Wonderful. And here's the situation. You're a hamster that lives... Okay, I got it. Do you want to talk about something else? Yeah. Do I press? Fine. Suddenly a firefly slowly crawls out of the laptop's vent grill. I reach for it. It gets on the top of my palm, blinking all the while. I think it's trying to say something. I can see that myself, if only I knew what. Looks like a cipher. Don't you want to crack it? I changed my mind. I have absolutely no desire to find out what it wants to say. The firefly stops glowing for a moment after that. Then it starts glowing again, as if coming back to its senses. For some time, it thinks about the further course of action, then flies up and dashes into my ear. Let's continue searching. How many fireflies are there? This is my sketchbook. Half of its pages are blank, which means it'll still be good for a couple of years. You draw that rarely. Why? Isn't that obvious? If I run out of pages, I'll have to buy a new sketchbook. I can't get to the stationery store on foot. I'll have to take the bus. You ever realize what kind of nightmare that can turn into? Maybe you can ask your mom to buy one? Buy what? Ask whom? Can you even form coherent sentences? Don't play dumb. Ask your mom to buy you a notebook instead. Instead? So you want me to perform a string of actions, but you're also telling me to do one instead of another? Now how would I decide which action to take? You're so dyslexic. Man, you're a tough case. You lack empathy. Is that my fault? I get closer to the sketchbook, stepping over the wires, the sleeping bag, the cracks in the laminate, and the window's reflection. The sketchbook is lying on the stool. From my height, it seems like the stool is missing 2 legs. I squat and look again. All the legs are in place. Will I be able to think of an interesting allegory? Oh, let's not go there, okay? Playing Roblox with my friends? Nice. Dandy's World of Wish Game. Hi. Hi, Siru. Nice to see you again. I stand up and study the sketchbook from inches away. Its pages are pure white. The last drawing is buried on the previous page, the way it should be. Too bad. I'd love to see it. Maybe next time. A sudden gust of chilling wind breaks into the room and makes the pages rustle. It's a game called Horrific Housing. Oh no! I shut my eyes. A distinctive sound of pages turning echoes with headache in my head. I know what's going to happen. The rustling has stopped, even though the wind is still howling from every direction. It can only mean one thing. The notebook is open on the first page. If I wait a little longer, the wind will close it. I won't have to look. If I wait a little longer. If I wait. Open your eyes. No. It's okay. Just do it. No way. I know you're lying. Calm down. No. Calm down. No. Calm down. No. Calm down. No. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Fine. I open my eyes with the utmost caution. The notebook is still open in the middle. No drawings, nothing. The pages are still pure white. Did I imagine it? I don't know. Did you? You're the smart one here. You tell me. Next time, then close your eyes. What did you... I couldn't finish speaking. because the pages started moving again. Don't close your eyes. Don't make me do it. I'm scared. Trust me. The rustling grows louder. The pages lift up. I can almost see the outlines of drawings on previous pages. No way. Everything that is in the past should stay in the past. You couldn't convince me. That's it. I'm closing my eyes. Look there. A barely visible light seeps through the pages. With every new gust, it becomes brighter and brighter. A firefly. The wind immediately stops. For a moment, the world sinks into perfect silence, but only for a moment. The buzz that has always been haunting me fills the surroundings, but it doesn't matter now. Goodness gracious, little boy. You made me so scared. The firefly blinks, flies up, and enters my ear, buzzing loudly all the way. I spent some time looking for the perfect spot in my head, but then its buzzing dies down. Ooh. Are you okay? We're running short on time, so let's continue searching. I'm not done searching. We still have so many things to search. What's funny about that? Imagine myself being a firefly that is looking straight at a giant fan. And? I'd be so jealous. The only thing preventing it from flying is a cage it's locked in, and the cable. It's like an inmate, if you think about it. It's so sad. Yeah. Let's continue searching. Backpack. I look down. My school's bag, worn down and silly. It's almost screaming of its own uselessness. From another angle, it looks like a full belly. Its contents are also regurgitating, decomposing, and turning into a sticky, mushy substance. That was a compliment, by the way, if it came up differently than intended. Are you talking about when you called Boop and you the same person? What a cool image. I need to remember this. Totally not cool. When I called Boop a cookie, I'm a crunch crunch. That's an interesting statement. I'm not going to finish that statement. I'm not sure what that statement means. Tell me what's inside your bag instead. Nothing special. Mostly just all sorts of books. I've taken out all the pens and notebooks out of there, and I'm not interested in anything else. You used to go to school, didn't you? Yeah, I did. I had to blast all the way. Are you sure you understood my question? Do you think everything in my life should be doom and gloom? Well, you're wrong. Alright, alright. What did you like the most there? Well, the rooms were really bright, not like at home. That's it? Don't rush me. Let me remember. Well, the beds were also soft, and the food was nice. By the way, I attended all the classes. The others always skipped. They probably got told off so hard. That's all I had to say. Okay. Alright. Bye-bye again. Miss me. Bye-bye, Toxic. I smiled gently, absorbed in warm memories. You never graduated, though. Yeah. Do you remember your last day there? It was a normal day. Dad picked me up earlier than usual. He told me that I'm already too old for the school curriculum. I also realized that some time ago the tasks were way too easy. Then we got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there, we had dinner, and went to our rooms. And what happened then? I don't remember. And does it even matter? Okay. Good. I look at my bag again. Light pouring into the room through the window glints on the metal parts. And there's also a shadow underneath it, which means it's real, sadly. Whatever. I don't care anyway. I must end up kicking the bag in a fit of sudden anger, but I managed to stop myself in the nick of time. If I move it even an inch, the whole picture will collapse and I'll go blind. That's already happened countless times. What do you mean you'll go blind? I spent months memorizing the location of every item in my room. That's why I can see them so clearly and vividly. You won't get it. Look at your feet. Random thing. I look down and see that a small insect is crawling toward me from my bag. It's barely glowing, and it can't even fly. I guess this firefly is really tired. I bend down to pick it up. The firefly starts glowing brightly as soon as I touch it, and then it flies up. There you go, boy. Good job. After doing a victory lap around the room, it flies toward me with high speed. I shut my eyes, anticipating the firefly to enter my ear. That's exactly what happens. After it gets inside, it buzzes for a little while, and then goes silent. This one is kind of sad. I wonder why. It doesn't matter. What matters is that it's no longer alone. Sure, let's continue searching. So are these fireflies like her memories that she's just re-experiencing? That's what it seems like. I look up toward a very high place under my ceiling. I can hear a countless number of small legs marching towards the AC unit. Oh well. What happened? Fireflies can't be friends with cockroaches. We'd better look somewhere else. Why would cockroaches be there? Have you forgotten? You were the one who told me to think of my thoughts as cockroaches. Yes, but... They become fireflies afterwards, but cockroaches don't disappear just like that. So they occupy this place. Do you understand now? I do. And what are those? Ah, those. Those are the photos of my best memories. But they're blank. I stared at them so intensely that I burned them with my eyes. Now they're just covering the cracks in the walls. Cracks? Forget it. Are we continuing the search or what? Okay, we are. Vent among us? I could not resist. It's not easy to get out of here. Okay, I'm starting to get a photo here. Right, insects enjoy pollinating the flowers and stuff like that. Yeah, I guess. I get close to the flower shelf. I sniff around. The leaves smell of dust and cardboard and death. You know those plants are long dead, right? I'm not sure a dead plant will be able to attract any insects. Well, we kind of don't have a choice here, you know. Still, you're right. Let's continue searching. She has a mental disorder. My guess is schizophrenia with chronic depression. I'm not sure she has... She might have, like, the paranoia of schizophrenia, but I'm not sure that the second voice in her head is, like... I think that's just her separating herself from her consciousness. Why did you just throw them out? Weren't you listening to me at all? I look at the amount of pills, and it makes me feel dizzy. I don't want to think about it. I don't. What's wrong? I kind of agree with you, Streamerman. It's also something I relate to. I'm almost skipped my dose for today. How reckless. I could have died. Well, she also... She might have ADHD or something like that. She might have some, like, hyper attention or, like, problem focusing disorder, because, like, some of the conversations that you have with her, it's just not... Typically, when you have a conversation with somebody, it's a straight line. Sometimes it'll deviate a little bit, whereas to go from topic to topic, but there's generally, like, a course that it goes through. Sometimes talking with her, it just goes all over the place. Hey, calm down. You've already fixed that. You'll ultimately die anyway, so why worry? Yes, because you've ordered me to. Dissociative identity disorder, then? I'm not sure it's DID. I would need more evidence to think that it's DID. But it might just be a thing where... I'm not sure how young she is. Because she might be younger than, like, an adult age. She might be, like, a teenager. She might have just split her consciousness into being, like... I have nobody else in my life to give me inspiration. So I'm going to rely on myself. And I'm going to split myself in two of sorts. Feels like she might have schizophrenia. But also, then again, Wyatt, the problem that I have with most media like this, like, especially weird media, is it's very easy to say schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is, like, the easy option. It was just a dream. None of it was real. I think branding as DID is very surface level. I could be right, but I don't think it's that. Well, we'll see later on. We can keep it as a theory. Okay. Is that an accusation? Things could have been much worse. Yeah. Fair, I gotta keep playing. What's the game about? It's called Waking Up in the Year 2025 Simulator. Essentially, there's not... We're not given an outright goal. It's essentially just like experiencing the story through her, or like how she's feeling or experiencing the world that she's in. I heave a deep sigh, come closer and extend my hand. Wow, it's warm. The moment those words leave my lips, one of the bottles overturns, pills rain down from it, and along with them, a firefly, hooray! After circling around my head a couple of times, it finally lands in my palm. The firefly rushes up my arm, and upon reaching my shoulder, crawls straight into my ear. My mind becomes a bit clearer. Like, I think a good example, when I played through Omari, if any of you watched Omari, none of you would probably say that Sunny or Cloudy has DID. Or that he has, like, split personality disorder. Why'd you kind of look like Chara from Undertale? It's clearly the bags under her eyes. After circling above my head a couple of times, it finally lands in my palm. The firefly rushes up my arm, and upon reaching my shoulder, crawls straight into my ear. My mind becomes a bit clearer. Okay. Worry about that in a second. Is there anything else? There's the radio, which might be a secret, but I'll worry about that later. I doubt it. All of my compartments are locked. What if? Maybe identity disorder for sure. Keeps having these weird illusions. Perhaps. It's gonna be a Mr. Robot moment. I get close to the waste bin and look inside it with curiosity, like some of the characters in that show. Pill packaging, notebook pages, and other garbage. Boring. There's nothing here. Indeed, no self-respecting firefly would hide in a heap of garbage. Mr. Robot was a DID story. Can't disagree with you here. Alright, is there anything... Oh, umbrella? Hello. The umbrella emanates a faint sense of coolness. No wonder it's the only thing that defends me against the thunderclouds that gather under my ceiling. That actually reminds me, a few weeks ago, super random side tangent. I'm so happy that I finally bought an umbrella that I take with me everywhere. It makes me so happy having it. So that way I'm not always just getting wet, and whenever it rains, I feel like, oh, just the perfect time. It's so nice. This is a PSA to buy an umbrella. Unless you're living in, like, I do not know, the middle of the desert. It's such a blessing that I can do it without my help. Still, a firefly won't hide in a place like that. It will catch a cold and be unable to fly. You don't want to check it? Why? I'm sure I won't find anything there. Oh, we can check her bed? Okay, let me just check to see if there's anything else. Yeah, the bed. This is my sleeping bag. It's soft and warm. I'm sure that no living creature would be able to resist the temptation to spend a minute or two inside. They'd want to dig deep into it with a couple of favorite items, close their eyes, and then... Hey, did you fall asleep? Huh? I gently slap my cheeks to return myself to senses. It's already way past midnight. Usually I'd be sleeping like a log at this time, but right now I can't. Let's continue searching. Hey, maybe you'll find something inside. Me and my bed when I need to go to school. Yeah. It's like you're in your house or something, you tell your family or the people that you're living, quick, we need to search the house for this item. I'm gonna go search my bedroom and I'm gonna check the covers inside my bed. Could be in there. What would be good for food? Give me a culture. Thai food? Greek? Those are the two things that came to my mind. Now, my thoughts don't have a feature of putting to sleep. Quite the contrary. They always cause insomnia, just like tonight. Give me food. Thai or Greek? Yeah. Okay. I got both. Nice. Are you saying you have both options, or I'll do Greek? Okay, enjoy your Greek food. Can I... Oh, is this milk? Milk! I'm searching the milk. It's not letting me. Alright. Oh, light bulbs. Omari reference? Are you serious? What's wrong? Just think about it. Why would fireflies be attracted to light? I think they're quite self-sufficient already in that regard. Well, only if they purposely want to lower their self-esteem. I think she's projecting. Is there anything else? There might be a secret here, because... Why are you searching for fireflies, though? Because they represent, like, her... What was it? It's not her thoughts. She imagined either her line of consciousness or something in her head as fireflies, and then she wanted them to go away, and then they scattered throughout the room, and then she wants to find them again. It's not exactly a simple concept to explain. Can I go outside? No, I think I'm done searching. Oh, alright, yeah. You found all the fireflies. Amazing. I guess. I managed to gather my thoughts, but something still worries me. On the other hand, I wasn't supposed to be happy anyway. Why not? If I lose something and then find it, it's just going back to the starting point. No changes at all. A zero sum. And happiness is always about being positive, right? That's not necessarily what happiness is about. You shouldn't think too much. It hurts you. I want to sleep. How about you get some fresh air before sleeping? That seems like a bad idea. What do you mean? Well, go to the balcony. Breathe in some air. If I know games of this genre and games of this type, going near the balcony, places in which gravity can have a great effect, typically not a good idea. Somehow those words triggered a panic attack in me. I subconsciously step away from the balcony. I don't think it's a good idea. Why? This may sound silly, but I feel like someone is watching me. What? Wow. What a rude option. Alright, let's sit here. Yeah. What are you going to do? What's with this silly question? I'm going to sleep, of course. Hoping that tomorrow will only come after a year or a decade. Imagining yourself to be outside my mortal shell, but at the same time still being me. Ridiculous, like milk outside a bag of milk. And yet... You don't have to talk out loud for me to understand that you're worried about me. Fine, I guess I'll just read the dialogue then. I may know that our time is running short. You won't take another pill. Of course not. In fact, I won't take it tomorrow either. Oh man, she knows we're watching. Yeah. Wait, quick. I have to hide the game. How do I hide the game? Do I have game capture on here? I have so many Stream Deck buttons, but I'm not able to just hide the game. Now we're not watching. She has privacy. And the day after tomorrow. And never, ever. That's a goodbye then. No. Streamer, come back. I have one more small favor to ask. A really, really small one. What is it? I've blurted out way too much today. A lot of stuff I'd want to forget forever. I don't blame you, but was it really necessary? No, I got blind. You'll see tomorrow. No, I wouldn't be able to sleep like this. Fine, what's the favor? Can you forget all the things that you heard? I never scratched my wrist and bite on my lower lip. Wait a minute, you're afraid to tell me? Yes. I'm also scared that something bad might happen if I tell you. I'm also scared that when something bad happens, something way worse will happen. Stop, I get it already. Still, I won't leave you alone until you tell me. Bully. No, you! I crawl into my sleeping bag. The lower part of the room is very cold. I hurry to wrap myself in blankets, even though the electric heater is working hard to keep me warm. I'm sad because the dreams just won't come anymore. You don't believe me if I tell you how I dealt with it at first. Of course I'll believe you. I know, it was a joke. Well, anyway, I washed my face, brushed my teeth, lied down, and started imagining that I'm watching a dream. I didn't sleep at all, of course, and always looked sleepy in the morning. After a week of insomnia, I started feeling weird and seeing things. Letters floating in the air, strange silhouettes that appeared in the most unexpected of places, bulging eyes with trembling pale pupils. It was scary, you know? And one day, I almost died. I just collapsed in the middle of the room and couldn't move for a while. And then silhouettes, letters, and eyes were hanging over me and hissing. It was horrible. And well-deserved, I guess. I felt like I was caught in the biggest lie in the world. Yes, it felt exactly like that. After that, I stopped. But the silhouettes, letters, and eyes stayed here. I guess they like this place. They always follow in my wake, peeping at me. And I'm always scared of them and can't even argue with them. But today, well, I still too scared to tell me. Of course, you're still listening, you know. Use your hands. Alright. I start chaotically twirling my fingers with enthusiasm, forming complex shapes. Do you want me to tell you a bedtime story? Shh. And I was trying so hard here. Don't you get it? They'll hear you. Relax. Nobody can hear you. So what do you say? I'd be happy to, but I have no idea how to tell them. Oh, it's incredibly easy. Just talk about something without stopping. Sounds silly. But it's not. And meaningless. You don't know what you're talking about. I know enough to realize that we'll just end up wasting time. Let's focus on something actually important. Boring. Fine. Close your eyes. I wake up on a wooden bench. In front of me lies the narrow, dimly lit alley, an awfully familiar road. Where could I have seen it? Finally. This reminds me of the first game. Because I think Boop has heard me say this before, but I did play the first game. And I got all the endings for the first game. Do you want to know how long it took me to get all the endings of the first game? 20 minutes. I hear a voice coming from the side. I turn around and see a boy with a weird expression on his face. You're late. Who are you? Yes, I remember. The boy blinks in bewilderment. We're not going anywhere like this. Try again. Then he takes a very deep breath. You are late. I stare at him, confused. He stares back, also confused. Sorry? You really are 100% player, huh? Yep. The boy nods, satisfied. See? Much better. Do you have a name? My name's Treska. I give the brat an evaluating look. He's so young, yet already coming at me with questions like that. None of your business. And besides, will anyone tell me what I'm doing here? Hey, that's rude. It's not like there's somebody else here besides me. Haven't they told you anything? I know all there is to know, for one. About what? You're obligated to escort me to the store. Striska says that and strikes a victory pose. No way I'm doing that. You do understand that refusal is futile. Well, aren't you full of yourself? I'm serious. I'm not the one who decided that. You think I'm delighted with your company? He's weird, constantly shifting between happiness, sadness, loudness, silence. He's a wacko, and his name is stupid. I think I might have an idea what might be mentally wrong with this character. She might have a disorder that makes it so she's not able to understand the connotation or what people mean by what they're saying. It might be why she finds conversation so weird. Because they might be talking in a very nice, like, cordial tone, but she just does not understand. And she interprets different things as, like, they're being nice 1 second, and then they're extremely rude and aggressive, and then they're off-putting. That could be what it is. I can see a bipolar disorder, or autism, or ADHD, or maybe multiple at the same time. Yeah, all compounding together like the Power Rangers. Forming, like, what's the name of the character? Megazord? Are we going out or what? You can go. I need to think. I'd be happy to, but I don't know the way. The Infinity Stones? The Infinity Stones of mental disorders. The Power Rangers of disorders. Triska puts on a cunning smile. I bite my lower lip in frustration. I'll be honest with you. I don't like you. He simply bursts out laughing in reply. I do like you, though. Then he grabs my hand without hesitation. I don't even have time to retort. Lead the way. Our trip to the store went fine, if not for the fact that Triska was walking way faster than me. And on the other hand, at times he stopped abruptly and went backwards, studying the ground beneath his feet. In the end, the trip took a lot longer than it should. After reaching the store's doors, we are greeted by a sign. We're closed in 20 minutes. Who had that bright idea to indicate their working hours in this way? They probably have special staff for this. Someone who runs to change the sign every 5 minutes. It's convenient. Are you joking? Yeah. You're so annoying. It's much better than being boring. How old are you, by the way? None of your business. What's your name? None of your business. I was ready to slap the living hell out of the brat. But a scary-looking man suddenly appeared behind the glass. He's holding a cardboard sign that says, "We're closing in 15 minutes. Let's go." What are you waiting for? Huh? Oh, yeah. This looks familiar from the first game. After another round of going across the long row of canned products, we realize that we're lost. I can't believe you don't know where they sell milk. Maybe we should ask somebody for directions. Sure. Hey, wait up. Jessica lets go of my hand and walks confidently toward one of the few store's customers. That person is standing with her back to us, studying something on the shelf. Hello, can I can't hear neither the second part of his question nor the reply he gets, but my good-for-nothing friend freezes in place. Looking for customers straight in the eye, I hurry toward them. Is he yours? The customer talks to me. He speaks with disgust while wearing a scornful expression. I am... If he's yours, please get him away from it. Yes, I'm sorry. I grab Cheska's hand and lead him away. He's still looking at the customer, his mouth ajar and eyes pop. He's also shaking. Only when we turn around the corner, Cheska calms down. What was that? I got so scared, he said. What? No, not again. Suddenly, Cheska starts screaming like crazy. I cover his mouth with my hand. His face is burning. He's crying. Can you act normal? You don't understand. Of course I don't. I don't understand anything. Annoying other people is still wrong, though. This is something you don't understand, it seems. You're mean. Who, me? Cheska pushes me away and runs off. Drat. At the edge of my vision, I see the store staff hang a new sign on the door. There you are. I made Triska at the cash register. Before that, I managed to visit the milk department after finding out where it was. Hey you, move! I hear an angry voice coming from the other side of a long queue that has formed after Triska. I squeeze through toward him. What happened? The boy doesn't respond. He just looks at his feet and sniffs. The cashier towers over him. There's a bag of milk lying between them. Is he yours? Yes. Just leave him home next time. People in the queue nod in agreement. Pay for the goods, please. Yes, of course. And a waiting fee. What? You heard me. I did, but that's unheard of. Cheska starts giggling all of a sudden. And for the fact that your son... Whoa! I was not expecting that line of dialogue. And for the fact that your son is mentally deficient, too. Like, real mentally deficient. But, you heard me. You know what? In a fit of rage, I throw a banknote to the cashier, of much higher value than needed, even counting in all the stupid fees, then grab a bag of milk and turn around on my heels. We're leaving. Triska. We spend the whole trip back in silence. At some point, we end up turning right, toward a gas station. There, Triska finally breaks the silence. Do you like ice cream? No. Okay. Look at the boy's face. A light flickers in his eyes for a brief moment, and then goes out. You know? He turns away from the path and walks straight toward the highway with determination. I stare at his back, confused. It's a weird perspective. It seemed like you're not helping me at all. A new playful light flickers in Triska's eyes. So that was a dream? It was just a dream. Good night. Oh, she's so adorable. She's a cutie. That's one of the endings, huh? I am left, this is one of those games, I am left with more questions than answers. So I presume by the fact that there's other Steam achievements, there are other endings. I wonder what ending that one is even considered. Many secret stuff, yeah. And so I can tell that the main lead developers for this game were probably Russian. Especially from the fact that the Russian, I think it's Russian, language was above English, which is typically not common for many of the games that I play. You realize how beneficial it is knowing English as a language when, like, you're catered to so much for practically everything. Huh. Well... Now leads me to my question, do I even... I guess I can try doing another run. I might skip some of the initial dialogue to try and get to the more new stuff. Best viewers. Yep, still tweaking. Mumther. Hi, Mumther. Alright, so this run, I'm probably going to be a lot more aggressive. I was very polite the last one, believe it or not. Hey. Hasn't even been an hour, dummy. There you go, bullying me again. Aren't you even a little bit happy? Not even the slightest bit? No. Well then, I'm not happy either. You need to go to bed. No, you've been in control for way too long already. It's my turn now, alright? I'll just stay silent until the medicine's effects wear off. How about that? Let me check this. That's exactly what I'm doing. What a bully. Actually, why am I even worried about this? Still same stuff that I already read. Yeah, I'm all beside myself. By the way, you're the one that's useless. And pathetic. Don't even try running my mode. So you're the one calling the shots now? Well, let's see how long you can last. That was fast, but not unexpected. How do you feel? You're mocking me, right? It's interesting that they say the word session. If you say so. What happened? Nothing. It's just... Don't know, but I thought I'd be able to take control. I was almost ready to. Most of this is still the same. Undoubtedly. Moreover, it's dangerous. Why did you do that? Just drink your medicine already or I'll stop talking to you. You still haven't changed. You're afraid of being alone. This worries you much more than pain. Okay, yeah, this is already very different. Now it's getting different. Some of that earlier part was exactly the same, though. I lie on the floor. I look at the ceiling. I can clearly hear water running in the metal pipes up there. Oh wait, no, never mind. This is the same. I'm lying. I have read her walkthrough. Because she's gonna stare at the ceiling and the fireflies, right? I was like, this scene looks different, and then I forgot about the initial scene. Me when I speak before thinking. Just like her, for real. I will attempt to guide you. Okay. After this playthrough, or... after, if you want. I mean, if you can guide me right now with what I'm currently doing, I'm fine with that. It's just... I do not know if I'm not able to change it after this point. I'll take my hands off the keyboard so I can give you time to respond. I think you've already thrown away the thing I read, but you can still get an achievement. Okay, what's the achievement then? Let's go with that. You've piqued my interest. The word achievement. There's too many things in endings. If you want, I can also look at a guide too, if it's overwhelming. Dun, dun. What in the world is this stuff? This is... I do not know what this game is. Okay, so play like normal, and when you get to the part where you ask her to tell a story again and again and again, you can get the annoying achievement. Okay. What is the premise of this? What's the premise of this game? Good question. You're a girl, and you try to buy milk at a supermarket or a store, and that's a problem. There's not really a maybe there's a coherent story if you dive deeper into it, but it's kind of hard to form into one place. You might be a girl and you're kind of weird and you're very panicky and you have some sort of mental disorder. You're playing this game because of like the aesthetic and like the weirdness of it. Well, it certainly is a game that exists. True. There's 5 endings and 2 deaths. You got the strangulation death just by luck. How did I even get the strangulation death? Also, I have hidden alerts. That was actually a good thing that Y recommended. I'll do that more often for games like this. Because it's kind of distracting if like something depressing or dark is happening and all of a sudden you see a cat that says, "I'm having a mental breakdown." Give it bad wisdom. I think I'll make it relevant towards this game. If something is if you're struggling with something and it's really troubling you, always goes with your first option. Never take time to consider other options that possibly exist. This is the bad wisdom, by the way. Drink water? I will drink the water. I put a lid on my water. I'm a fool. It's great when you can't tell if it's a good or a bad wisdom. I say them in the same tone, and it clearly was very bad. What's pretty easy to get when she says that you usually know what's on her mind? You say, "Well, I don't know, this is weird," or something like that. Okay. Can you give a medium wisdom? A medium wisdom. Let's see. What would medium wisdom be? I gave it like a very milquetoast wisdom. If you're the smartest person in the room, then get out of the room. You should be among smarter people. And once you get the first step, you can unlock the second, which looks more complicated. If you give it your 50% effort, you'll eventually get there. And all the endings depend on which deaths you did and did not get and how many fireflies you collect. Okay. And I presume all the fireflies are in the same exact spot, right? And whether or not you get the phone, speaking of once you get the phone, How do I get the phone? There's a phone? It's okay, the ground and the searching part. Is there something like below? Hold on, let me see. It'll be easier to see on stream. Is that the phone? What's this? Is that the phone? I don't know what I picked up. You got the phone! Good judge, streamer. Thank you. Okay, so this is probably how you get the achievement. Just please keep telling me. My dad told me that I needed to grow older or grow up. It's not like I could completely grasp what he meant. Either way, I didn't resist. We got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there. We had dinner together and went to our separate rooms. Satisfied? Tell me about it again. Dad dragged me out of the school building while I was scratching and biting. The teachers didn't interfere. That scene was ordinary for them. Who knows what the little brat has done? Then he pushed me into the car and we drove home in complete silence. Mom greeted us there, and we had dinner together and went to our separate rooms. Please, let's not discuss this any further. No, you'll tell me again. Dad brought milk on our way home. Again, I hate milk so much. Mom was not home. Again, I hate Mom so much. What happened next? Suddenly I feel someone's eyes on my back. Knowing that these moments should never ever be ignored, I turn around, but there's nothing there. What happened next? There's the achievement. Everything that happened next happened after something that led to everything that happened after what had happened. I look at my bag again, light pouring into the room through the window glint on the metal parts. And there's also shadow underneath, which means it's real, sadly. Okay. Okay, so I got the annoying achievement. Let me double check. Yay, you're annoying! Yay! I am so excited. All right, 6 other achievements to go. I'll also look at a guide too to help you, Boop. Maybe you get a different ending too. Thank you, streamer. Yeah. First death, already got that. Okay, I'll do... I will look at this after... Hold on. Let me... So I need to get the strangulation death again. Oh boy, I cannot wait to get strangled. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Just can't hide it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. You know, I'm not at fault here. I had a lot of friends online. Tens, hundreds of them. Impossible to count. Is it impossible, though? I had exactly 317 of them. Although I guess nobody counts the exact number of hamsters when they walk into a pet shop. Hey, don't get distracted. Alright. For my 317 friends, 68 were into gaming, just like me. She's a gamer! 130 of them like drawing, just like me. The remaining 119 were into calculators and 3D modeling equally. And when I say equally, I don't mean 59 and a half friends on each side. Alright, you can split numbers evenly, no problem, but math doesn't work like that when it comes to friends. Major conundrum, right? Get to the point. I knew, of course, that no real people exist on the web. I also understood that all my friends die the moment I turn off my laptop, but I still wasn't even a bit worried. Why? Do you know what computer programs consist of? It's just a combination of numbers, which means my friends are also numbers. Isn't that amusing? Not really. Why do you call them your friends? I mean, everyone who shares my interests is my friend. I don't care whether they know about my existence or not. Anyways, as I was saying, every program has its own algorithm and purpose. It's a mathematical formula. So she's just a 0 or a 1? Yeah, she's definitely a 0 because she has her shirt. And if you solve that formula, you'll be able to predict the program's behavior at any moment. The longer you speak, the less I follow. You don't need to follow me around, just listen. I sit on the floor and the laptop screen ends up right in front of me. The only thing reflected is my dim face. A web person is just a random picture and a random string of letters. Words and actions from the web person are just executable code. You can take this logic even to me. Vicariously, I am to all of you just audio files, which is just ones and zeros or binary, and also pictures sometimes. Hey, let me know if you need a break. One day, someone appeared. From that point on, my laptop was always on. There are no real people on the web, but he was good at pretending. At some moment, I let him trick me. Hey, look. No, you're more than that. You're spaghetti. You're spaghetti. True, I am sentient spaghetti. Hey. Oh, that's another achievement. What? Huh? I just got another achievement inadvertently. Please forget it, because I won't. What code word? I'll think of one later. I didn't even read that one yet. I was supposed to be happy anyway. Balcony. Something tells me she ain't alright. She'll be fine. Oh, I think this is the ending that my friend got the first time I watched him play some of this game. My apartment building looks like a bottomless cooking pot, but instead of soot, it has hundreds of concrete metal boxes on its walls. There are lights on in the windows, there are muffled voices coming from the inside, the howling wind spirals up and splits into hundreds of independent streams. Seems like it wants to be heard by every person living here. It must feel so lonely, living in an endless silence. Our apartment building is pretty weird, isn't it? I could see the horizon from my window before, and the building grew for miles in both directions. I guess at some point it circled around and closed on itself. Nothing unusual about that. How do you feel? I definitely feel. Sometimes that's more than enough. Still, you're anxious, aren't you? Of course. Moreover, I'm completely terrified. Was it that obvious? You're looking in every direction, but not up. Ah, this. I've already told you, haven't I? About what? Oh, you know, small stuff. Can small stuff make you terrified? It's hard to explain. I climb up to the metal railing and let my legs hang down. I sneak short glances at the abyss from time to time. It replies with angry cold breath. That's how we interact, like old friends. Sometimes, I feel like the whole world pretends to be crazy. As if it's trying to make me believe in something that doesn't exist. That's weird, isn't it? Yes, but at the same time, it makes me feel a little bit happy. Everything around me was created for my sake, to deceive, trick, confuse me. If that's true, I guess I'm not so crazy myself, after all. You believing in this is the definition of craziness? You're probably right. Another gust of wind blasts against the pot's walls, smashing the last to dust and blowing away the concrete crust. I, on the other hand, feel a gentle breeze that only ruffles my hair. I still haven't come up with a code word. You were the one to remember your promise. You don't need a code word anymore. I don't like when this happens. I want to remember certain things only when I want to. Nonetheless, you made that promise. And I'll keep it. But you need to keep in mind that, from this moment on, every word will bring me pain. I bend down and imagine falling into the abyss. I have exactly 2 minutes before I meet my end. Oh dear. That joke I was making about Yumi, Nikki, and Omari apparently came true. I had a friend online. My best friend, even though the combination of letters he used instead of his name wasn't that cool. Foreshadowing is crazy. Well, the combination of pixels he had instead of his photo was also boring and unattractive. This is so strange and wrong, breaking the rules of being online. Why was he doing that? Maybe his code is a few lines short. I don't quite get what you mean. I could tell you about those rules. You can't find them anywhere, but I'm smart, so I figured them out myself. Although, I'm not sure if I should divulge them. Why? When I try to say what I think out loud, I tend to make mistakes. If I make just a single one everything that comes after contradicting my thoughts, and I end up with the opposite position. And I don't want that. According to that logic, it'd be better for you to keep your mouth shut forever. Yeah, that's my dream. Drink water. I'll do that right now. There we go. Keep my mouth shut. Never get up from bed. Never see or hear anything. Yeah, she has chronic depression. Just dream on and on. Oh, why is everything so terrible? Don't get distracted. So, what was that about your friend? My friend? Ah, yes. He was brazen enough to... Come on, gather your thoughts. He somehow made me believe that he was real. He kept describing someone else's life to me in detail, as if it was him. And he expected me to do the same. And then I told him everything about myself, without hiding a single thing. I grit my teeth. The wind whips my face without mercy. It slices my skin into uneven stripes, as if it's a piece of thin cloth. He knew more about me than anyone else in the world. You know what he did? Yes. Sending an army of bots to harass me was probably fun. And what's most important, it was a win-win situation. They spawn here and there, simple bits of code that are effortless to run. No wonder the algorithm assigns that pattern more often than the others from the list. Text and video generators get to work at the same time. My name resurfaces on the web more and more, or surfaces on the web. It's unbearable. Unbearable. From around every corner, every balcony, ceiling, attic, wall, I always feel many pairs of watchful eyes directed at me. And now, they watch me from the screens too. But I'll put an end to it. I've decided a long time ago. Though, maybe I only decided that only. My body finally crashes into the ground, smashing into millions of tiny pieces, like porcelain. I'm cold. Let's go back inside. Huh. I returned to my room. Thankfully, it hasn't changed one bit during the minutes I was outside. Without a second thought, I go toward my laptop and yank the power cable from the outlet. That's it. That's it. That's it? What are you going to do? Poop is too real for picking these games. What's with these silly question? I'm going to sleep, of course. Is that the second death? I did not get an achievement for that. Hoping that tomorrow will only come after a year or a decade. And yet... I also know that our time is running short. No, I have one small favor to ask. Okay. Oh, weird. Yeah. Maybe the real depression was the friends we made along the way. True. Okay, so this is still the same. Because I need to have the first death. I did not get the strangulation death this one. So I think you should get a new ending. We'll see. I logically should. And we friends. So that's what friendship is like. Close. Hello. Thank you for choosing our pizzeria. Ready Fazbears? You know, this place is so empty, though I don't feel particularly good or bad because of it. I'm all alone, but at the same time it feels like I'm not. There's a lot of thoughts in my head. They always keep me entertained. I can write a whole world with them. The collab of the year. I'm sure I'll be able to fill the void around me if I try hard enough. Although, no matter how much I think, my surroundings don't change. Yes, things happen in my head, but they never left its premises. And it's not like I tried to suppress them. Maybe they were afraid to come out? What kind of pizza would you like to order? Anyway, there's so much space in my head that could be put to good use. So every thought would make a senseless and merciless circle in my head, destined to go back to where it started. There should be an end somewhere. You can't wander around forever. What do you think? I know it sounds scary, but it's not scarier than constantly existing among the void. This place is safe, and nothing bad will happen here. Nothing good will happen either, though. Please note that we have a special offer right now. 3 pizzas for the price of 2. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Yeah, there's probably nothing good in having the same thoughts over and over. What's the point of having them anyway? I could have escaped from here, but I feel like my thoughts aren't helping me at all. They should be ashamed. Probably. It's nobody's fault that I can't even see a door here. I would have had it easier with one. I tried to find it. It turned out to be a waste of time. No matter where I look, it's not looking good, pun not intended. And that strips me of the last bit of hope for salvation. We also have a discount program for new customers. You can learn more about it on your account page. Don't you think that me being here is also a waste of time? What's the point in that? I can just keep on thinking, and even then, my thoughts are as meaningless and empty as everything else. Does it mean that I'm not filling the void, but I am a part of it? Then why should I feel anything? Why should I know that I exist? Although I'm not even sure about that. This place is always neither warm nor cold. It's neutral. But at the same time, if I think about warmth, I feel warm. Maybe this world corresponds to my thoughts. I wouldn't want to admit that I'm completely empty. I'm not the reason everything had disappeared, right? Can I just adapt and get used to having nothing around me, since I can't do anything about it? Are you ready to make your order? Yes, that's right. I shouldn't care. It's empty here, and makes me feel neither good nor bad. I'm all alone, but at the same time it feels like I'm not. There are a lot of thoughts in my head. They always keep me entertained. I can create a whole world with them. This place is safe, and nothing bad will happen here. Nothing good will happen either, though. Me being here is a waste of time. I don't feel the void. I'm a part of it. This strips me of the last bit of hope for salvation. I shouldn't care. It's empty here, and it makes me feel neither good nor bad. Stream, we haven't done an art stream in a while. Yeah, I know. It's nobody's fault that I can't even see a door here. What's the point in having one? I feel like nobody's helping me. They should feel ashamed. Every time that I've planned a date, so every Wednesday I typically did them. Every time past the time that I finished the last one, which is months ago, I get to the date, I'm suddenly... How do I describe it? I liked doing them, but I do not have... I cannot come up with great ideas for doing art streams. At least in my purview. So whenever I come up to the date and I thought of doing them, I look back in the ideas and I thought that they were bad. And plus it also did not help that my drawing progress has been very on and off. I can't do anything about it. Please note that we have a special offer right now. 4 pizzas for the price of 2. Is she just talking to corporate ad? I don't care that this place is empty here. I feel neither good nor bad. I'm all alone. My head is full of thoughts. They eclipse the world around me. This space is pretty cramped, but at least it's safe. Even though I'll never feel good here. Does that mean existing is a waste of time? I need to decide, and my thoughts will help me. They'll lead me to the exit, and I'll be able to feel proud of myself. I'll be able to save myself. At the same time, I don't really care anymore. This place is empty, but it makes me feel neither good nor bad. I'm alone, but my head is full of thoughts. A whole world, one might say. And if I try hard enough, I'll be able to fill all the void around me. Still, no matter how much I keep thinking, my surroundings don't change. Yes, something happened outside of my head, but what was it? There's not enough space for my thoughts. It's already filled with something else. Even if there's nothing around me, I'm still here. And my head is full of thoughts. If I try hard enough. So the world isn't empty after all. I can't see anything. Session timeout. Please reload the page. So all of these essentially are dreams. Okay. Alright, what other achievements do I need? Let me take a look at that while this plays. Alright, good wisdom. Sometimes in life there are moments, there's weeks, there's months in which you just have this large amount of energy where you feel like you have to do everything all at once. Even during those times, you need to take like a day or at least a little bit of time to just give yourself some peace. As it feels like that some days that motivation, that a want to do something will never come back, but eventually it will. Sometimes taking time for your own mental health and your own head is very good, even when you're being extremely hyperactive. Okay, so I am going to do... So I'm gonna get the second death achievement. Art stream? No, I'm not doing an art stream right now. I did used to do art streams for a while. I used to do it like every Wednesday, but I stopped. Here, we're not doing all my homework in an hour. Well, at least you're being somewhat productive. You do art? Yes. I've shared it a little bit before, like on the Discord. Most of it is just like drawing things that I've seen before, not like anything entirely unique. I'm back. Welcome back, Boob. Hey. Oh. I love art, yeah. Alright, so I'm just trying to get to the strangulation death part again. He does do art, it's very nice and good, and he needs to do more art streams. So maybe the symbol on your shirt is meant to be the, like, train tracks? Be interesting if that's what they were intending. I played them and they were good. Okay. Sick him. Ready to watch a girl die again? So excited. Alright, is there anything else I have to do for second death here? I did funny split glitch. Let's go. Alright, so I need to get to the computer item. I have to leave for 3 minutes. I just got jump scared so bad. If you think it's spooky for you, I'm in a dark room. You'll end up returning to the subject anyway. I'm your number one chatter, apparently. I'm really happy you like my recommendation so much. I was a little self-conscious about requesting these games because of how normal they are. I'm glad other people like it. I like weird games. Like, if somebody was to recommend for me, like, let's say for a stream request, somebody was to do a Call of Duty game, I'd be like, okay, it's decently interesting, but the weird and the off-putting stuff is where the most interesting story often lies. That's why I enjoy recommendations like this. I'm searching. I think it was in the bag, was it not? Oh, I think one of them's here. They're searching. Okay, so this is the exact... This might be the exact same sequence of events. It's just, it's going to be a little bit... Yeah, it's the same dialogue I just read. The ending might be different, though. I'm speeding. You can probably hear all the clicks, which is very funny. Oh, so for second death, you specifically have to die the second time. It's my second death for today already. I'm cold. Let's go back inside. And then let me see if there's any achievements that require me to die 2 times. Oh, geez, some of these requirements are a bit odd. Okay, so I got Are We Friends? So I think I need Everything Is Fine. I Look Down, and Is Anyone There? Let me double check. So let's go. I'm just gonna shift tab. I look down. Is anyone there? Everything is fine. So let me see what the requirements are again. So that means I'm going to be playing the game at least 3 more times. Okay, so the guaranteed solution for I Look Down is not experiencing strangulation, experiencing the falling death, collecting 4 fireflies, and not collecting the phone. Okay, so that means I have to reset the game. Yes, so I am going to quit out of the game and reopen it. Ba-da-da-da. All right, so second reminder for myself, no first death. No first death. I get the second death, and I collect 3 fireflies, and I do not get the phone. Okay. Oh, hold on, let me check something. Oh. That's the only problem with darkness when I stream these spooky games is I spilled my water bottle, but you know what's the lucky thing about it? It only spilled on the carpet. And I guess the Ethernet cord, but that's a minor problem. I'll worry about that after I get this. Will you be streaming tomorrow, by the way? I think it's an advent calendar day. So that means that somebody gets to choose. Let me double check. I have it on my phone. And the phone says that I will be streaming. Yep, advent calendar day. So that means I have to randomly select somebody after the stream. Somebody specifically who's on the Discord. Okay, no first death, but second death, and 3 fireflies. You have a Discord? I do. I never advertise it because it feels like weird. I'll be on one more time this month because I still have one more game I want to suggest. Okay. Oh, I also need to finish the dispatch. I still have the finale episode that I need to do. That's a good point, me. Thank you for bringing that up. Hey. Although I saw you have Sucker for Love, and that would be comedic to see you play it. So specifically the first Sucker for Love game is really funny. I love the first Sucker for Love game. There's such silly segments in that game. Back. Welcome back, Holleran. I'm kind of at the point of the game where I'm just reading the... I'm getting to the ending bits, so I'm gonna be skipping a lot. Give a bad wisdom. Life is like lemons. They're sour and you make Sprite out of it. What's the name of your Discord? If you want the link, I can send you, but like, it's one of those things that I never self-advertise because it feels rude. I've had this conversation before. The reason I have no social links on probably Spaghetti or something, you guys are actually really all off. Very, very off. Streamer's not rude, you know that, right? All of my life has been constantly advertised to, whether it's Patreon, whether it's advertisements on TV, whether it's Throne, whether it's subbing, whether it's doing all of these things. I'm just tired of it, and I do not want other people to have that same feeling that I've had. You'd be honored to get the link? Okay. There's the link. I understand. Yeah. Yes, I know it probably hinders me getting, like, growth. It might even hinder some people finding me, but I think it's more worth it. But I do understand. I hope you feel better in the future. It's not something I'm going to get over. I do not think. Please tell me I did not accidentally get the strangulation death. No, I did not. Stand by it? Yeah, I stand by it, absolutely. I'm not going to change my mind. Because I'm stubborn. Alright, so now I need 3 fireflies and ignoring the phone. And I also need the funny falling death. You should drink milk outside a bag of milk outside a bag of milk. You know what's the funny thing? It ran out of milk yesterday, so I would have to go to the store and buy milk, and I'm not doing that. Okay, so falling death. Milk isn't kept in my house because I'm allergic. Oh, that makes sense. And also dashing, if you want to know about like the advent calendar stream system that I set up, so in the schedule announcements, there is a post that I said where like you react to this post and I enter you in the raffle. It's okay because I have almond milk and it's better. I've not had almond milk in like a while. Almonds are nice though. In the Discord, yeah. Wait, what? Did I skip it? Ah! Rah! Let's see if I can get another ending then. Oh, wait. Or maybe it is fine. It says not experiencing the first death and not experiencing the second death. Maybe I'm fine. Yippee! Suffering from success. Okay. So, this is 2. Oh, what is happening? I made a mistake and I brought it back. Okay, finish searching. I think that's 3 fireflies, because that should be the minimum. And then is there anything else that I have to do? Alright, so now I just gotta keep skipping. If you want dashing, I can like show you exactly where it is. If that makes it easier. No, I got the... Never mind! I did get the falling death. I'm tweaking! I forgot that it happened so much later. Yeah, I was trying to search where it is. Okay. So... I am here. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll go into schedule. I'll find where the post is that I initially made it react. And then I'll @ you. And then just go to the reply, and that's where it is. And if you still need more help, just ask. Oh yeah, Arcaders is giving free away. Streamer, you fool, stop dying. I know. Is there any other endings that I can still get with this? No, I have to restart. Okay, so what I'm gonna do... Gonna quit out of the game. Never mind, we gotta do it 4 times. Yippee, yip, yippee. That's because I was trying to skip through it too quickly. Come on, game, you know you want to show up. Okay, game. Okay, game. There we go. So new game. I'm gonna save after I get to the point where I can cause the first death to occur. Get game. Like I just checked something that gave me free 1k in that premium card. So you get 1k of it. Whoa. Hold on. This might become an Arc Raider stream. I'm kidding. As soon as I'm probably done with this game, I'll probably start streaming for the day. Because I have to play, I don't know, I think Satisfactory with one of my friends. Gaming into gaming? How unlike me. Play Factorio instead. Factorio is probably better in some aspects, but Satisfactory is... It's 3D, so thus it's better. I'm clicking. So I just put an emoji in there and you count me in? Yep. Literally that system is to just make it easy for me, so I just go back to that post and I'm like, oh, So this is who's in the raffle. I put a star emoji. Yes, you did. Sheesh. It does feel a little bit weird that some of the decisions kind of just do nothing. And you do this every month? No, not every month. I'm specifically doing it for December because, you know, Merry Christmas. Merry Chrysler sales event. Oh, nice. Yes. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. I've returned. Welcome back, Wyatt. Still watching a girl do things. But what shall I get you for Christmas, Spaghetti? You know what you can get me for Christmas? Spending time with your family and enjoying it. But that's what I was already doing. True. So wait, I can just ignore the laptop. Okay, well, never mind. Grr. Kick that elf off the sled. Wearing the Burger King crown. Oh, water. I need to drink water. My water supply is a little lower than normal, but I wonder how long it must have taken to animate some of these scenes. I wonder why my water supply is lower than normal. Might be because I accidentally knocked it over because my room's dark. Because it's a spooky game. Yeah, it's a different water container. That too. Okay, so no first death, so ignore this option. Alright, no touchy computer. Remember, remind me, no touchy of first computer. Computer bad. Me no want to touch. Okay, touchy computer. Yes, touch the computer. There's definitely fan art of that. I know the internet too well. Okay, so that is one firefly. I think this is the two firefly. The two firefly. Can we get R34 real quick? No. I am not going to that website. I get embarrassed walking by certain stores. I'm not going to that website. Wait, R34 is a website? Sadly, yes, it is a website. You don't want to know how I know? Because people have sent me links before. Alright, so you learn something new every day. You learn something new to avoid. Wow. Okay, the umbrella is not a firefly. I do not think this is a firefly. Is the bag a firefly? I think the bag is. I'm gonna look before I skip. Okay, yes, the backpack is a firefly. So pill bottles, dosage notes, computer, sketch pad, and backpack. So pill bottle, dosage notes, computer, sketchpad, and backpack. So just do backpack. Spencer's, Hot Topic, not too bad. Well, they're just all variants of Hot Topic, that's what I think. Reminds me of when I was like 10. And I wonder how your mother retorted. Yes, young boop. That is in fact what it is, but never go there. Do that very loudly. Alright, so it's a good thing that I made the save, so it's going to make getting back to this section a little quicker. There we go, there's the next ending that I needed to get. Yippee! Alright, I'll look at the other requirement after I read this, because this is actually new content. Yippee. I wake up and immediately almost lose consciousness from horror. A thin metal stairway snakes around a giant column, disappearing into the darkness. I press myself into the cold wall and pray that I freeze into it. Only 2 more endings to go. You should add a second water gif now that that is a guy with a loud gulp sound effect. Mayhaps later. This feeling. I know I've spent a couple of hours or days here, but I don't know how high the column is. I don't know whether I'm going up or down. A billion pounds of concrete and a million miles of emptiness. It's impossible to stay sane when you're near cosmic numbers like that. Looking at them, touching them, even thinking of them, makes me feel unimaginable horror. It was just a matter of time before my short term here will end. My mind will melt and my body will turn to dust. The wall's coarse surface scratches my face. The steps under my feet hum from the wind, eager to escape. The concrete clutches and dive into the abyss along with me. But I'll stay here. I'll stay here without going anywhere. I won't even open my mouth. My every word will be swallowed up by the abyss. I won't take a single step. Why would I? To find out where the stairway abruptly ends? It's all meaningless. Many ints of time pass, but I'm still unmoving. My whole body is trembling, but then I realize it's the whole space around me that is trembling. It can't wait to destroy me. Maybe I should gather my will and at least turn my head. That thought doesn't stay in my head for long. It's torn out with my inhuman force. It's torn out with inhuman force. Unaware of what's about to happen, I slowly turn my whole body with a squeak. No, that is not what I wanted. Don't. Amongst the silence sings a lonely Colosseum. Colossus, unmoving until the music stops. The bridge across the dark abyss cannot be seen. Like Junji Ito type aesthetic here. Oppressive, thick, sticky air drives itself into my ears, silencing my thoughts with a haphazard string of words while I watch the scene before me unfold. Hundreds of giant concrete structures just like mine, spread in tidy rows endlessly in all directions. Stairs wrap around them like vines. There at the end of this world, there's a person smiling. This world still exists, but all that makes it both exist and not. I try to erect a mind block, but to no avail. My brain is already at the mercy of the super creature. A moment passes, and I realize that my body doesn't belong to me either anymore. My legs start moving on their own. The only thing I can do is choose the direction up, down, or... I was thinking that it's so cosmic horror, Junji Ito. The crowd notices blood on Wozak's hands. He runs away. Mandela appears. He has nothing human about him, apart from his excessive grace and hidden elegance. He walks out to the center of the stage. First act begins. Foreign thoughts become even more incoherent. There's less and less space for my own. Do you feel the connection to your body clearer, or does it still cause confusion and fear? If you've been living through that fear a lot recently, how did it manifest exactly? Answer honestly, don't hide anything. Wojack's face. What is this music? I decided to descend. You can have a sneaking suspicion that something is wrong because your path has changed. Maybe you started talking in a wrong way or made some sort of mistake. If so, start getting used to your new life. Try creating imagery that would instill the feeling that everything is as it should be. And with time, it will create a new order inside you. Alright, I need to call. I read really fast, and that's my problem. I don't doubt that you're going through some hard times, but you have to make sacrifices, grow up. Only then you'll be able to obtain the meaning of life. Do you get it? Try that if you find it important. Every passing day is a precious gift. If you share a piece of that gift with the world, even once, it'll seem like a speck of dust. Do you get it? No, I'm sorry. I won't get that. Then, do you get it? Streamer dyslexia? True. Streamer dyslexia is back. Do you get it? Do you get it? Yes, even you get it. When you notice how people look at themselves in the mirror, when you look at your own reflection and realize it exists in reality, do you understand how exactly it exists? That's the tweaking ending right there. Yeah, the thing that I'm kind of wondering, it kind of feels like the creator of this game wants to make like an anime or an animation of this like premise or concept. Okay, I cannot skip, so it's gonna be quicker if I just exit the game again. I'm just gonna set my status to being invisible for all my friends on Steam, so you're not gonna see me constantly open and close this game. I imagine most of you will appreciate that. That's my favorite one so far. Yeah, so by far the most avant-garde and out there. Alright, so this one's just collect all 5 fireflies and not collecting the phone. Cool. That's simple enough. Alright, ready for speed? I do have to be careful though with the computer because I can cause a death with the computer and I have to collect it to get all 5. So once I get to the computer, I will be paying more attention, but... So I'll leave the computer till last, so that way I get my funny energy out. So if you ever want to know what college is like, whenever you're learning a course, this is how quickly you lose attention while learning the subjects. Math would be like, I'm sleepy. Can we just fast track through this? Can we skip the dialogue options? Alright, computer. Okay, so why? Wonderful, tell me about it. I'm clicking as far away as possible. Okay, I think fine. Because I'm pretty sure this option is the one that leads to the second death. Yes. I think that's right. By switching. And I have to be careful one more time, because technically I just have to skip going to the balcony. There we go. I think I did it. It'll be very obvious to tell here in a second. There we go. Everything is fine. Another terrible morning. Boo, why is my face always so stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. Well, it's not that I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser on my first day. Cheer up, there's nothing wrong with looking different. That's not what defines you after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom? You look beautiful. Look at that. Another terrible morning. Yes, Mom. Another terrible morning. Boo, why is my face always so stupid? I wonder what the others at school would think. Well, it's not I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser on my first day. Cheer up, there's nothing wrong with looking different. That's not what defines you after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. You know what this reminds me of? There's like a creepypasta. I know a little bit too much about Final Fantasy. In Final Fantasy VIII, there's like a creepypasta around the main character of that game. I forgot what his name was. But there's like a very creepy image where you see the main character of the game with like a hole in his face, and then I think you see Japanese like characters. That's what this reminds me of. Another terrible morning. But why is my face always so stupid? I wonder what the others will think. Yeah, if there was a face. Well, it's not that I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser on my first day. Cheer up, there's nothing wrong with looking different. That's not what defines you after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. Another terrible morning. Why is my face always so stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. Well, it's not that I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser on my first day. Cheer up, there's nothing wrong with looking different. That's not what defines you after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. Another terrible morning. Okay. Repetitive cycles of just doing the same things. I'm trying to see if there's anything different, but there's just not. I'm referring to the text and not the imagery. Of course, the imagery is different. No, you see, actually, it's been the same image that's just been happening over and over again. Nothing has been changing at all. Oh, no head. Good morning. I feel wonderful today. Can't wait for my first day at school. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. Okay, that's very different. This is a decent ending. I like that. I wonder if when she was looking into the mirror with the blank face, that's because she was starting to take medication. Because from what I've heard, I've never taken medications for like anxiety, depression, or anything like that. I've heard anecdotally that things like Adderall, what they can do to you is they kind of just make you feel an empty happiness. Like you feel better, but you're also, it's just empty. I do not know. It's always been weird the way that they've described it to me. Alright, one more ending. Alright, last ending. So that would be... Is anyone there? Not experiencing first death, experiencing the falling death, collecting 4 fireflies, not collecting the phone. And let me just double check. So is anyone there? 4 fireflies, second death. 4 fireflies, second death. 4 fireflies, second death. Yes, that is correct. All right. I can kind of relate. I've taken medicine for my autism and it resulted in me not feeling like myself. I was normal, but also felt sad and fake all the time. Okay, so second death. I'm gonna look up afterwards before I end the stream. Is the creator of this gonna make any other stuff? Also, one of my medications made me feel sleep all the time. I fell asleep in class like 3 times. When I went to school, I have yet to fall asleep in a class, which I'm not sure. I mean, some days I got mighty close, but I kind of... Sometimes I just have that sort of... I did not know if you call it stubbornness or will, or whatever you wish to call it, but I just keep persisting. Alright, so that's 1, 2... let's do the sketchbook. Sketchbook seems interesting. And then last one is the computer. That's it. I never fall asleep in class because I just can't fall asleep in anywhere other than bed. That's why it's so shocking. Like, I think I remember being awake for, like... What was it? Even when I was awake for, like, extremely long periods of times, there was a day when I was super young, when I was awake for, like, 36 hours. I think it was, like, a school trip or something. I might have been, like, celebrating that we graduated. There were people who were passed out on, like, the bus ride back to the school. I was, like, one of the... I'm not sure if I was one of the only people awake, but there were certainly people that were asleep. But as soon as I got into that bed, it was over. I was not waking up for a long time. Alright, so that was 4. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And then do not pick up the cell phone, but I do have to experience second death. Which is such a weird statement to say. Definitely take that out of context. It'll be funny. Alright. Here's second death. So I should have done it in the proper order. The only minor thing that I will say about these different endings is I do wish that the dialogue changed a bit when you were going towards certain endings. Because I'm just skipping through it, because I've already read it before. None of this changes if you do certain things. The only thing that really changes is the ending. Back again, welcome back. And there it is. I've gotten all the achievements for this game. Yippee! Alright, time to enjoy this last ending. I wake up lying on the cold floor in the center of a cramped room. So what's the hypothesis for this? I look around without standing up. There's no furniture, just naked walls and a single door. I can hear muffled sounds coming from the other side of it. Scary sounds. I hug my knees and wrap myself in my sweater like it's a blanket. It's no use. I'm chilled to the bone. The room is pretty spacious, but I still can't shake the feeling that I'm trapped inside a suffocating casket, and the faint blue glow that sneaks in through the keyhole only adds to that feeling. Do I want to know what's outside? As if on cue, an inhuman roar comes from the other side of the door. It becomes louder and louder, more and more distinct with every passing second. Somebody or something is getting closer. I curl into a ball, trying to take up as little space as possible. Maybe I can try to become invisible or become smaller in some miraculous way. In the meantime, the howl becomes unbearably loud, but only for a moment. Then it sheepishly backs off until I can't hear it anymore. I finally decide to stand up. After I do that, I hear another strange sound. It's coming from right above me now. The ceiling moves upward, squeaking. Small debris is falling on my head. I squint a little, then raise my hand, trying to touch the ceiling, but it suddenly starts to rise quicker and instantly disappears into the darkness. I'm not in a casket anymore. Well, it wasn't exactly a casket now. It was a well in the form of a casket. The room becomes darker and colder. I'll have to do something at some point. Hours pass. I frantically run from one wall to another, delirious. The walls run away from me, making the already spacious room even bigger. In the end, I stand amidst endless darkness, and only the door is watching me with its eye. I kept purposely avoiding it. I could sometimes hear horrifying rustles and howls on the outside. However, now I don't even have a choice anymore. I slowly come up to the door and reach out toward it. As expected, the door also moves away from me. I continue moving forward with my hands stretched out. I don't want to lose the only source of light in the pitch-black darkness. At some point, I get tired of sneaking up on the door, like it's some wild animal, so I lunge at it, trying to grab the handle. However, at the last moment, the door whizzes away, and I fall to the cold floor, unable to keep my balance. It hurts. Hypothesis for this game. I'm still thinking. Stupid door. Stupid nasty cursed door. I hate you. I hate you. I scream at the top of my lungs. I finally let out all the despair that I had bottled up. I slowly realize how horrible the situation I ended up in is. No, 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 no. I don't stop screaming for a moment because I'm scared to end up in complete silence. If the reality around me disappears, my twisted imagination will take over, and the realest thing I have right now is my voice. Hey, I can hear you. A voice coming from the other side of the door. I'm here, come closer. I scream thrice, as hard as before. I scream until my throat hurts, until my ears start buzzing. My biggest wish right now is to keep in touch with that person, whoever they are. Hey, where are you? I rush toward the door, stumbling on the way. I keep running for a minute, for 10 minutes, but the door isn't even an inch closer. At the same time, the distance between us hasn't grown either, which means I match it in speed. I just need to make one final push. I gather the last bit of strength I have and push my legs off the ground. The jump almost feels like an eternity. I stretch out my hand, almost touching the scratchy wood. Yeah, this one is so good. I dive face first onto the ground with ridiculous speed. I slide at least 30 more feet like that thanks to inertia, leaving behind a bloody trail. My hand is still outstretched, trying to grab empty space. Ah! Tears stream down my face, making the numerous scratches burn. I try to wipe them, but I scream and yank my hand away the moment I touch my face. My lips and nose are now a mushy mess. Someone, or somebody help! The other side of the door is completely silent. The silence reigns for an excruciatingly long time. However, at some point, the silence tortures end. Hey, I can see you. I try to reply, but stifled whimpers come out of my throat instead of words. Are you hurt? Yes, yes. I stand up from my knees despite continuing to cry. I take a couple of deep breaths and start running again. I keep running for hours. I feel like the door is closer to me by an inch or two now. I almost let myself stop for rest at that thought. I can't rest. I'll catch up to it sooner or later. The voice from the other side of the door keeps asking me how I feel. I let out heavy, ragged breaths in reply. I'll fall from exhaustion if I utter even a single word. Still, I'm thankful to them and don't want to become silent. After another hour passes, I barely scratch the handle with my nails. I'm almost there. I'm so scared. Why aren't you doing anything? Why are they doing this to me? Don't they understand how painful this is for me? Almost there. You're scaring me. Go away. Rage fills my brain. I ignore the pain in my bones and channel all my strength into one final jump. No, go away. I firmly grasp the handle and open the door. Blinding lights hit my eyes. I lose the ground beneath my feet and start falling. I'm lying face down in grass. I smell water, earth, and the dampness of the night. And grass, of course. The wind tickles the back of my head. It howls and jumps around relentlessly. Or restlessly. Relentlessly. Lying down like this is unpleasant and rude when nature is so alive around me with sounds, and I'm pretty sure colors too. I stand up, full of anticipation. I see an endless field, a clear sky without a single star, and a pale moon somewhere very, very far away. I shake my head and try to focus my eyes on anything, but to no avail. My surroundings are just too vast. I feel dizzy. Bam. I'm lying in the thick, wet grass again, but this time I'm looking at the darkness of a night sky. Instead of just darkness, is there any real difference, though? The wind howls. It's clearly upset, but what can I do about it? I hear an indiscernible echo coming from far away. A wolf or something else. Does it even matter? I'm in grass. Nobody can see me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The echo draws closer and closer. At some point, I realize that's not a wolf. I jump up and start turning my head in panic. In a panic. Where's the sound coming from? I haven't said that out loud, but got an instant reply. Ooh. Hey, I can hear you. My voice runs across the field, mixing with the rustle of the grass and the howls of the wind. It feels like it's about to get absorbed by them, but... Ooh. Hey, where are you? Ooh. I can't understand where I should run to, and if I should run at all. Somebody clearly wants me to find and help them. Maybe they're hurt? The grass tickles my heels while I drag my feet in the direction where I think the sound is coming from. There's not a single tree or stone around, only an endless wide field. I hear a resonating, painful scream. I shut my eyes and cover my ears. I suddenly feel scared. The screams turns into cries. I carefully raise my head and still scared to death. Play of game. Hi, Henry. Somewhere very far away, among the thick grass, I spot a silhouette, just a small black spot, but... Hey, I can see you. The silhouette doesn't move, but the sound is definitely coming from its direction. No, it's not a scream, more like a whisper or a wheeze. I come back and all I see is go to the back of Spencer's. Ooh. Are you hurt? No reaction again, just muffled sounds. Maybe it's the wind going mad, and the black spot is just a stone or a tree. I walk away disappointed. 100 steps, 200 steps. Then I turn around. Surprisingly, the spot hasn't become smaller. I start jogging. 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 The grass is no longer tickling me. It's whipping my ankles, leaving cuts. Feeling of panic and unexplained dread grows inside me. A stone, a tree. Why the hell is this field endless? I don't turn around anymore. I know that it's chasing me. The sounds reaching my ears become even stranger, louder and more distinct. The wind is bullying me too, huh? Isn't that right? That's the case, right? Finally, I stop. I ran out of breath. I'm at the brink of dying, at least I think so. You're judging me, streamer? What do you mean? I was laughing at my pronunciation of the word jogging. Woo! The horrifying voice is coming right from behind me. I turn around instinctively, and for some reason, try to shield my face, but end up losing balance and falling to the ground. The grass replies with a nasty, cackling rustle. Ooh! I've had enough! I'm getting haunted by the ghost of Christmas past here. I spring up. The silhouette is still there, at the same distance as before. It's standing there, without moving an inch. Because you mispronounced sound, like, judging. Well, yes, I figured that, but still. I'm scared here, you know. Why won't you do anything? The silhouette trembles and then starts slowly gliding towards me, followed by new sounds, wheezing, moans. Fear shackles me. I can only stand and watch the approaching black spot. My lips are parched. I speak in a voice I don't recognize. You're scaring me. Go away. After that, the spot expands rapidly, and in the blink of an eye, most of the sky in the field is consumed by this sticky, cold darkness. Paralysis finally lets my body go, and I immediately sprint away. Ooh. I run so fast that the grass turns into a dark green mush under my feet. I slip up, fall, run again. Ooh. No. How many? Ooh. No, go away. An unknown force turns my head with a crushing sound, and the darkness consumes everything. This one is long, indeed it is. I wake up on the cold floor, in the center of a cramped room. I look around without standing up. There's no furniture, just naked walls. And there's the milk in the background. Wobder. Okay, I'll re-enable alerts if any of you want to see the alerts for the entirety of the stream, because I disabled them the majority of it. I'm surprised there was not another ending cutscene for getting all the endings, but... yeah. Oh well. I do like this game a lot more than the initial game. The first one is really short. This one was certainly different. They came out like a year apart. Interesting. Or maybe that's just the Steam release was a year apart. I mean, the creator's also coming out with a new game, but it's not another milk game. Yes, it's good, a little redundant, but it's good, yeah. So my recommendation for playing this game is probably do like maybe 2 endings. Because a majority of it is repeat. Like, the ending of the stream was me spamming space and left click, because I'd already read the dialogue a few times, and it would just be redundant for me to just read everything over again, and then get to the new stuff. But that's fine. Believe it or not, not every single game is meant to be streamed. Oh yeah, also streamer, I wanted to tell you. Yes. That is me. I'm streamer. Also, I did see the message toxic. I'm just... wobbed her. Can we get a PvP Arc Raiders or Burgeria Minecraft? So essentially what I think Wyatt is asking, well, I think Wyatt might still be busy, but it depends. I'll have to... I need to refill my water. That's the most important thing that I need to do. That is what is on my mind right now, because the water supply is dwindling. It is low. I'm Wyatt, yes. You played this game before mouthwashing, right? With the DLC? Are you talking about... Oh. Are you talking about the initial game? There is no DLC to this game, is there? Random question, random thought I have. Okay. Oh, the fish game. The fish game with the DLC is different within the DLC. It's two completely different experiences. Oh, you're talking about the fish game where you have like the up and the down? I played mouthwashing before I played fish game. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Sorry, I'm talking about mouthwashing. It's okay. I understand now what you're talking about. I was confused because I thought we were talking about milk still. Oh, okay, my keyboard works on your stream. Other stream I watched kept messing with my keystrokes. Are you chuckling or are you breathing? I hear a shaky sound every once in a while and I'm curious. Okay, so the shaking sound. So I have noise suppression on my microphone. Let me turn this off. It might be a fan. Yes, the fish game with the DLC is a completely different experience than without the DLC. Yes. I think I've played both. Oh, and now the fan is good. It's deciding to become smaller. That's very cool. I'm not reading that message. Oh, are you talking about the dog sounds that you're hearing? Yep. Believe it or not, do live in an apartment with multiple other people living in nearby apartments, and they have dogs. I'd suggest playing the game without the DLC because it's much different and very good. Well, I've played both of them before. I played it on stream. Or if you want to say it in Spanish, perros. Dogs. Alright, let me close that. Alright. Do 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 do. So furry, and I think he infected me. Well, unlucky. Alright, I'm gonna get water real quick. I'll think about what I'm gonna possibly stream next, or fine, I'll find it myself. Okay. Alrighty. I'll put on a light stream break. I'll be back. funny that it automatically mutes the microphone. I set that up really well. Good job, past me. Anyways, so what I think I'm going to do is I will do Arc Raiders because that was a good idea. I'll do it for little... Actually, wait. No, I'm not going to do Arc Raiders because I have to remember Stream Break was so beautiful. I know. Truly immaculate. I need to try and get that mouthwashing achievement still. So I'm going to try to do that a few times, and then I'm probably going to log off streaming to see if I'm able to play Satisfactory. That sound? Huh? Alright, is mouthwashing? The boo. Yeah, so in my head, it was like, yeah, I have infinite free time, but I'm like, wait, I already promised to somebody that I'm going to play a game with them, so I'm not going to break that promise. The bottle of water. Oh, if you're talking about the shaky sound, so I can try to recreate it. Yeah, this is my bottle of water. Alright, let me change the stream title. It's probably not going to be too long, but... It sounds like breath leaving your nostrils. Oh, so are you sure you played How Fish is Made without the DLC? I don't see the stream. I will, before I do mouthwashing, I'll consult my Google spreadsheet, and I'll try to send you a link. So, as evidence. Like, if you ever have a question about what I streamed and you do not immediately find it, I will be able to find if I did it very quickly. Okie dokie. Alright, so let me do that. Do not worry, Curly can, like, stay here for the next eternity. He'll be fine. He gets what he deserves. Mouthwashing, and then just... M. That's gonna be the title of the stream. We're gonna do chaotic energy today. So go here, go to Google Sheets. I'm hearing myself. That's disturbing. Me no like. Me not happy with this outcome. Alright, so How Fish is Made. I'm pretty sure I played that after I did mouthwashing during my initial playthrough, so that should make it quick to find. Yumi Nikki, A World of Horror. I remember playing that. How Fish is Made. So that was... So there was 2 streams that I did of that. So I did the DLC. Yeah, so the timestamp of when I played non-DLC was in the description of that video. And then the DLC is this video. Alright, time to activate cheats and to try and get the achievement. Enable cheats. Chapter 13. Thank you, streamer. No problem. So, skip. No clip. No clip. It was a part of a larger stream. Yes, it was actually a part of a larger stream with mouthwashing. That's why I try to make it so it's easier to find like games that I played with playlists, because the titles are not always accurate to what's in the stream. Because like there was a chunk of time where like the only game that I played at the start of streams was web fishing. Daisuke, your blood is not where it should be, bro. Ready to stream. Ready for. Why'd I say stream? I'm too stream brained right now. It's probably not gonna work. Ready for Steam Winterfest tomorrow? I am. I cannot wait to lose all my money. So excited. I am dyslexic today. No clip. False. Did not get the achievement. I loaded up $100 all. Like, I got them bands for tomorrow. I'll refresh just to see. It still says no clip is false. Mouth is just dirty. True. How did you know? The mouth is just dirty. Alright, so chapter 14, enable cheats. I'll try it this way. Try flying backwards. Alright, I'll do that the next run. I can set up a speedrun timer, but I know I'm doing this section with probably well below 35 seconds. And I've already looked it up. This achievement is very well known in the community for being extremely glitchy and extremely finicky. I'm gonna go now. I'm sleepy. Goodbye, streamer toxic. Alright. Good night, Boop. Bye-bye. Alright, now we check to see if the achievement has turned it to true. And it has not, because if you see in this bottom left-hand corner, it says no clip, and it still says false. So return to main menu. It's going to be really funny if it actually works while going backwards. All right, no clip. Turn this on. Oh boy. I think should be fine. I may not have hit the trigger. I do not think I hit the trigger properly. Oh, okay, this is gonna be a lot more than 35 seconds now, but oh well. And then we. Okay, there we go. There's the trigger. The fact that I can even navigate this while doing backwards is really sad. I've done this route too many times. I even took it while doing backwards too. You're not gonna believe this. The achievement is still not activating. I think that is that Frog that sent that. For 80% glitch, I enabled cheats before I load into chapter 13 to have them ready. Once you load into chapter 13, skip the dialogue, enable the code scanner before right-clicking away from Dice Gate, and try to not let go of shift. I'm a minor waste of time to fly to the left of the stairs. Just clip under them and drop down. Reposition your camera, face forward while falling. Don't worry about activating no clip immediately. Just start moving as soon as possible. Okay, I'll try that. Like, just for the frame of reference of where I'm at, I've already looked at Reddit. Reddit is the place that you go if you are desperate for answers. Yeah, so I'll do the chapter 13 strat, because what the chapter 13 strat is you load into chapter 13, you skip, and then you get ready. All right, you enable the code scanner before right-clicking away from dice gate and try not to let go of shift. It's a minor waste of time to fly to the left of the stairs. Just clip under them and drop down. Reposition your camera to face. Okay. All right, so I'm not going to right-click away from Daisuke or Daisuke as soon as possible. So we're going to skip the dialogue, right-click, activate code scanner, then right-click, then go here. Just drop straight down. It does not matter. I might be missing some of the thread, but meh. Okay, just go up through here. I'm spamming left click to make it even quicker. And go here, display achievements, refresh, no clip still displays false. I am now even going to double check that my timing is quicker than it should be. I believe the time that is required for the achievement is 35 seconds from the start of chapter 5. I will double check the global within 35 seconds of starting chapter 5. Tournament menu. Enable cheats. So chapter 14, I will do it as soon as I see Daisuke on my screen. Daisuke is on my screen. Activate code scanner, right click, go here, go under. Ooh, maybe I am too slow. Maybe that is the problem. If that is the case, that is extremely rough timing for me then. Dang, maybe I am too slow. That's weird then. Because I'm already at 40 seconds here. That might be what it is. Okay, so I've just been too slow. Because I watched other guides and they did that exact same technique. All right, let me watch a video. Maybe that will help me. So, any percent glitched mouthwashing. Oh, I see what they're doing. Okay. That's actually a really funny tech. Now that I think about it. Hold on. Okay, activate, right click. Okay, I did not activate the timer this time, but... This is false. Okay. Somebody said that they found it easier on controller. Maybe I have to plug in my controller to do this. Okay, so return to main menu. I'll give this like 5 more attempts, and then I'll probably go and see if Sentinel wants to do satisfactory, because we said that we were going to do that. All right. I have no idea how they skipped this intro cutscene so quickly, but they did. It's actually impressive how quickly they did that. Live stream it, or probably not going to live stream it. We'll see. I think it's better that it's a private session as opposed to live streaming. Doing it live, as it were. No clip still falls. I get it, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna try getting a controller to see if that helps. Might not be possible. It's either... I've heard that it's bugged. Because I swear... it feels unreasonable. It's either that it's bugged, or that the time is just extremely close. Or alternatively, what I can do is I can turn up like the mouse sensitivity or the cursor speed. Like, we'll max that. Like... if only you can make the dialogue go by quicker. Mac and cheese. Alright, I'll do one more funny run with like max sensitivity, max cursor speed. It's funny how the cursor speed immediately gets locked as soon as I go here. Okay. Oh my goodness, I'm tweaking. Actually, wait, can I just... no, I'm still going down the same speed. I do not think that changing the cursor speed has changed very much. In fact, I already know that I'm not gonna... yeah. I'll double check. I stopped there because I was trying to test something. All right, so a few attempts with the controller. All right. Nibble cheats. So essentially what I'm going to be doing is I have to learn how to do this. Not going to happen. I'm head out. Enjoy the night, friend. Okay. Bye-bye, Wyatt. A non-believer. Yeah, just... why is it like this? I shall vanish now for a while. Bye-bye, Starberry. Yeah, that definitely was not it. The controller did not help at all. Well, regardless, what I can do... 2 more attempts. I'm going to set this back to normal. Can I change any of the control bindings? No. Let's turn off vertical sync. Okay, this might actually help me. Drink water. Thank you.
I don't need it.
I need it.
I need it.
Okay, maybe it's not helping that much. Nope, did not get it. All right, last attempt of the day, and then I am going to go to satisfactory. Oh, wait, did I not enable cheats? I did not. Okay, hold on. That was a dumb mistake. So go here, then here. It's odd that it constantly disables itself. Yeah, I need like 3 seconds of time save or something. This is gonna irk me. I'm gonna look it up more. Unironically. Okay. Any. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. I think I might actually. I know what they're doing now. Okay. That might actually help a lot. So they might not be using no clip all the time. They might actually be using gravity to make it slightly quicker. All right, so what I'm going to do, we're going to go to chapter 13. I'm going to enable cheats. Dice case hand. That's so much quicker, by the way. Okay. I did it! There we go! Finally! I had my doubters. All I had to do was experiment a little bit more. Yippee, and not be so narrow-minded. You see that? That says no clip true. Here you go, Daisuke. Alright. Alright, so I might have to leave the game in order for the achievement to show up. Sadly, but... because it says that it's true. No clip is true. Yeah. Honestly, that was... I do not think controller was easier. I think mouse and keyboard was significantly easier. Alright, so back to main menu. So what I'll do is I'll quit the game. There we go, there's the achievement. I will show it on stream so you can see that I'm not crazy. There we go, any percent glitch. That means I've fully achieved mouthwashing and milk outside a bag of milk outside a bag of milk on the same stream. Yippee. Alright, well with that, hopefully you all have a good rest of your day. If you did /will do something productive, but now I'm gonna go try to play some Satisfactory.